They say popularity fades, not for Jimin. In July 2025, BTS's Jimin once again topped the idol brand reputation rankings. Not just topped, dominated. With a brand reputation index of 8,183,409, he didn't just hold on to his crown, he polished it. This represented a 17.16% rise compared to the previous month. For context, that's a bigger leap than most idols achieve in half a year. The data, released by the Korean Business Research Institute, was no snapshot. It came from a 4-week deep dive spanning June 23rd to July 23rd. A total of 1,730 idols were tracked across metrics, including media exposure, consumer engagement, online interaction, and community participation. Over 140.53 million data points were compiled. And yet, in that crowd of stars, Jimin shone brightest. His sentiment analysis score stood at 94.05% positive, statistically overwhelming. Keyword analysis revealed frequent links to phrases such as who, cake fairy, and army. Meanwhile, link analysis attached words like overwhelming, unrivaled, and unchanging to his name. Koo Chang-hwan, director of the Korea Institute of Corporate Reputation, didn't mince words. Jimin's brand demonstrated remarkable strength, particularly in communication and community indices, reaffirming his fandom-driven brand influence. Big Bang's G-Dragon re-emerged in the number. Du Beonje Supotu. His brand reputation index rose to 6,056,259, an 8.39% month-over-month increase. The resurgence is credited to intensified media interest in his ongoing concert tour and public activities. A quiet legend until he's not, G-Dragon's placement shows that legacy idols still compete neck and neck with Gen Z's brightest. BLACKPINK's Rosé followed in third place, recording a score of 5,780,067. This was a 10.98% increase compared to June. Her climb coincided with high-profile appearances and BLACKPINK's active deadline tour schedule. Additionally, fan engagement remained robust through multiple brand partnerships and solo promotions. BTS Jungkook secured fourth place with a brand reputation score of 5,131,314. While he retained his standing from June, his numbers reflected a 5.87% dip. Nonetheless, his consistent media presence, fan interactions, and trend-setting activities sustained his rank within the top tier. BLACKPINK's Jennie took fifth place with a score of 5,080,586. Her drop was more notable, 19.73% lower than the prior month. Still, her cultural relevance, fashion influence, and visibility through global events kept her in the top 5. IV's Jang Won-young placed 6th, BTS's Suga followed at 7th, Jin ranked 8th, while BLACKPINK's Lisa and Jisoo landed 9th and 10th respectively. Cha Eun-woo of Astro claimed 11th, BTS's J-Hope, RM and V followed at 12th, 13th and 15th. IVE's Ahn Eugene slotted in at 14th. Every member of BTS landed within the top 15. BLACKPINK's full lineup secured spots in the top 10. IVE, meanwhile, placed 2 idols inside the top 15, indicating a cross-generational blend of influence. At position 16 was aespa's Winter. IVE's Ray followed in 17th. Red Velvet's Joy and Wendy secured the next 2 spots. The Boys' Juyeon landed at 20th. SHINee's Key followed at 21st. Twice's Momo held the 22nd rank. 17's Hoshi came next. The Boys' Sunwoo appeared at 24th. Red Velvet's Yeri and Irene filled out the 25th and 26th spots. Twice's Sana, EXO's Baekhyun, 17's Wonwoo, and 17's Mingyu closed out the top 30. Breaking down Jimin's dominance reveals a highly engaged and responsive fan base. His link analysis generated high-frequency associations with words like consistent, unrivaled, and overwhelming. These weren't loosely formed impressions, they were statistically derived insights based on language patterns. The keyword analysis provided direct evidence of fan vocabulary and search behavior. Cake Fairy, a reference rooted in fan lore, spiked throughout the ranking period. So did WHO and ARMY, reflecting both his personal branding and connection to BTS's global fandom. Jimin's sentiment rating of 94.05% placed him well above other idols. This measurement was not simply social media likes, it included sentiment data from forums, portals, news comment sections, and fan communities. The rankings were built from 4 indices: Participation Index 144,926, Media Index 416,629, Communication Index 3,936,415, Community Index 3,685,438. This multi-metric approach created a holistic picture of each idol's brand value. The underlying methodology allowed even idols with less music output but strong community resonance, like GDragon, to perform competitively. BLACKPINK had all 4 members rank inside the top 10, Rosé, 3rd, Jennie, 5th, Lisa, 9th, and Jisoo, 10th. Their combined visibility was driven by group activities and parallel solo ventures. While Jennie's score dipped, Lisa and Jisoo remained steady. Rosé's spike is notable. Her 10.98% increase marked the highest growth rate among BLACKPINK members. Active touring and global press presence were driving factors. BTS maintains dominance as a collective. All 7 BTS members featured in the top 15. Jimin, 1st, Jungkook, 4th, Suga, 7th, Jin, 8th, J-Hope, 12th, RM, 13th, V, 15th. This consistency reinforces the group's multi-member brand resilience. Despite periods of solo focus and military enlistments, the members retained relevance across platforms. IV placed Jang Won-young 6th, An Yoo-jin 14th, and Ray 17th. With 3 members in the top 20, the group is positioned as a dominant force among 4th-generation idols. Their brand growth is closely tied to music chart presence, fashion collaborations, and high-engagement content strategies. Red Velvet's Joy, Wendy, Yeri, and Irene all placed within the top 30. Their ranking, despite limited group-wide promotions, was attributed to steady fan loyalty and selective public appearances. Joy, 18th, and Wendy, 19th, led the charge, with Yeri and Irene rounding out the lower third of the list. The boys' Juyeon and Sunwoo ranked 20th and 24th. Both members have seen gradual rises across social platforms and fan-based polls. 17 placed Hoshi, 23rd, Wonwoo, 29th, and Mingyu, 30th. Their presence in the bottom tier of the top 30 highlights balanced visibility within a large member group. GDragon's return and Baekhyun's consistent placement, 28th, indicated sustained demand for veteran idols. These appearances affirm long-term brand loyalty. Meanwhile, newer idols like Winter, 16th, and Ray, 17th, reflect shifting demographics and platform usage among younger K-pop consumers. Koo Chang-hwan, representing the Korea Institute of Corporate Reputation, summarized Jimin's position. He said, "BTS's Jimin, who ranked number 1 in July 2025, showed high scores in link analysis with keywords such as overwhelming, unrivaled, and consistent. Keyword analysis highlighted terms like WHO, Cake Fairy, and ARMY. In sentiment analysis, Jimin recorded a remarkable 94.05% positive rating. This type of insight supports the value of data-backed reputation rankings in assessing public visibility and emotional affinity.